Good to go. That time delay with that countdown.
I know it's weird. It throws us, stand here. It's like Muppets in Space, where they're all like looking around at the ceiling.
The
film.
Oh, right, okay. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Paul and Deb Show. No, my name's Paul Church from Clarity Craft here in the UK, and this is the lovely Deborah Wheeler.
Hi,
Good
everyone. Afternoon. All right.
Through me then, because I was looking, thinking, oh, I can't see any chat yet. There we go. Lovely Jill's in the room. There we go. Lovely Gracie, all the way over in New York,
Hi, Grace.
is in the room. So she's there to help. And if you have any questions, then just shout out. And if there's anything she's not sure about, then she will text me and let me know. And hopefully I've got the phone just there so that when I'm talking, I can see
it
out the corner of my eye. So Grace said the sound is great, and hello to us both.
Excellent.
There we go. So I hope everybody's well. There we go. Grace is in the room. So we had a really fun-filled, well, more than an hour at 10
We did about an hour and a quarter, didn't we?
We did indeed, because we control the buttons
yes,
and cameras.
I don't know when to stop.
So we had a couple of coffees in between the show.
Yes.
Did your blog?
Did my blog. That's out there. It's on Clarity Worldwide and the Mini Makes site as well. So you can follow it through. After that mad dash at the end of the show, there's a bit more of a leisurely read through on the blog.
And that was to do with those lovely little patchwork pieces,
fabric
the 9
samples. I'm just creating a little pattern square with them.
Yeah, and it was really good, and it was interesting, different colours that you used, and then the different designs, and then mixing and matching them.
What I love about stamping is you actually don't need a lot.
No.
What am I saying? Sorry, you need everything that's available on the website. Yeah, in that order I've just got today. But actually, you can make really nice creations with just 1 or 2 stamps.
Yeah.
You don't need masses of stamps. We've all got masses of stuff.
Of course we have.
But actually, if you're just starting out and don't have a lot of stash yet, actually you can do a lot with just a few.
That's right. So what Debs has been showing us, she showed us during the 10 o'clock show, and what she's going to show during the course of this hour, maybe you've got some stamps that are similar in design, and you think, oh yeah, I could use that.
Yeah.
I mean, there was the clean and tidy stamps that we haven't seen for quite a while. No. And they've proved very popular from our friends at home buying them between the shows.
Oh, that's good.
Because it's all about the sort of like the easy layout type thing, isn't it?
Definitely.
So you're thinking, what are they going on about? You can go and watch the 10 o'clock. You can go back and watch the 10 o'clock. Any of our Clarity Social TV shows, you can go back and watch at any time. So if you miss us live or you get interrupted during the course of the live hours, you can go back. Now, interestingly, when we were on air during the 10 o'clock, Barb was watching from home while she was catching up on some paperwork before going to see Dave in hospital. And she found a few things about different ways of watching Clarity Social TV. So there's a fantastic blog that Barb did. I mean, she did 2 blogs today. I think it's distraction.
Yes.
So the first blog earlier this morning was showcasing the products we're bringing you today. And then the second blog was different ways of watching, from YouTube to Facebook to the website, etc., etc. So I'm sure Gracie will pop a link up to that. Maybe you're tuning in on Facebook and didn't realize you could watch on YouTube. With YouTube, a lot of our friends watch it on the big screen on their TV because they've got the smart TVs.
Yeah.
So it's definitely worth having a look at that blog and just having a read through.
I've done that. You have it on YouTube on the TV screen, but then have the Facebook open on my phone with it muted, for the chat.
Yeah. So that's really interesting. So that's what Barb was up to while we were here and you was demoing. So if you go to the claritycraft.com website, there's a little button that says Clarity TV.
Yeah.
Okay. If you click on that, what that does, it shows everything that Deborah's sharing with us. We've got collections, we've got individual stamps, we've got Groovy on there. So it's like that one-stop shop for everything during the course of this hour.
Yeah.
Then just above that, Barb explains it in the blog as well, there's an area called Catch Up and Craft. And it means that you can go back, because when Deb comes to us and when Barb's here and we do these Clarity Social, we do downloads, don't we?
Yeah.
And we can grab those ones that we look at. Should we look at one here?
For today.
There we
go. Look at the first.
So if you have a look at this one here, so this is the demo that, bless you. Oh, coffee. So this is the demo that Deb's going to do for us during this hour. Tells you the time. So the shows today were 10 and 2, the date, what it was called, what was made, and then a list of ingredients that Deb's used to create this. Okay. So you can go to the website, you can download these, you can save them to your computer, or you can just print them off and keep them in a folder. So these are really useful so that if you have ordered anything during the course of the shows, when it turns up, you can go back to this and then get some inspiration.
And I additionally blog them all as well.
You do?
On my blog, deborahscraftyblog.com.
And you blog every single day, don't you?
Yeah, just about. I missed Tuesday this week, which is a bit of a blow. Life got in the way. Sometimes you just have to go, no, I just can't do it today.
Can't do it today.
But yes, I do. And I always blog a step by step. Just to talk you through the process. Actually, it helps me as well. If I want to make it again, I can go back and look at it and go, oh yeah, that's what I did.
Because it is a library then, isn't it?
Exactly. I've been blogging for 5 years now.
Wow.
I know.
Goodness me. That's a lot of blogs.
It is.
You can do the math on that.
I can't remember. Yeah. I might have to think about that one.
But that was why we were talking. Okay, so we brought some lovely stamps and groovy this morning, and then the second hour we're bringing you some newer designs, some different designs. So if we bring up the details on the screen, these, Barb said these are some of her most favourite designs. So it's all about the O. You've got the big O in joy, the big O in thank you. And,
you have.
Oh, you have. Oh, very good, Debs. And they come with masks, and these are great because the masks, you've got the innie and the outie, which Debs is going to show us during the course of this hour. So when you look at the items down the side of the screen, the 5-digit number at the top, which is 12115, that's a product code, which if you go to claritycrafts.com, then you can put that in the search bar and it'll bring that product up. Or you can go to the Clarity TV button on the website and it'll bring up the details in there. Or if you give our lovely UK call centre, with who today is Jazz and Pete, on 01732 868 215, give them that number and they'll be able to pop it in the basket for you. So then when we look at the pricing, this should be £31.98. So you've got a £2 saving, bringing it down to £29.98. Now, if you belong to any of our craft clubs, 1 club, 2 club or 3 club, then you'll get an additional discount on that. So for example, if you're a Diamond Club member, you'll get another 15% off on that price, which brings it down to £25.48.
That's good.
So you can go to the show page, all the details are there, but this is what Debs is going to be looking at. So for what we'll do is have a look at the stamp sets individually, and so we can give you the item codes for that, and then we can look at a little bit of artwork. What do you reckon, Debs?
Yep.
Good idea?
Yep, let's do it.
Okay, right.
Since we're here. Might as well do it.
So let's bring that and we can come in on that camera just there. So if you want just a thank you word frame a stamp, then the item number for that is 11074.
So this is a single stamp.
Yes.
Lovely big word stamp. But then you get all of these additional ones that go in. So these are fantastic for creating scenes. You know, we love a bit of scene building at Clarity, don't we?
Yeah.
Great for use with some of the masks, you know, like the recent landscape masks.
Oh yes, of course. Yeah.
Then they work in there brilliantly. I've got different options on what to do with them, and there's more in the design team cards. But yeah, lots to do. And actually, you can make use of all of these on their own as well. You don't have to use.
Perfect.
I mean, why wouldn't you? Because you bought it. But actually, if you want to make little cards or other things, you've got all of these little, what does Bob call them, worker stamps?
Yeah, and if you went for any of the collections this morning of those little mini hobbies, you could get like that cake stand in there, couldn't you?
You could, or the gardening.
Yeah.
The sewing one, if somebody's made you something, that would be cool.
That'd be lovely. So you can see here, this is the stamp set, and then if we turn that over, you'll see that you then have your mask.
And so the centre of the O is cut.
Yeah.
So you can either use it as an outer mask to mask off that centre, or mask off the centre of itself if you want to put something in the background around it.
Yeah.
So yeah, works both ways.
So the item number for that on its own is 11074. And then let's have a look at some lovely artwork. So this is a piece by Elaine Milner, And it's perfect what you just
doing
explained.
exactly that, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. Just building, just a little bit of masking. Some trees, they look like miniature trees. Are they the miniature?
They could be the wheat. They might be the wheat trees or the woodland. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the birds around. Fantastic. And just a little bit of ink in the background.
Yeah, it looks like an inky mop-up.
It does,
sorts,
or some sort. Yeah.
Then this one, I don't know who's made this one. Someone called Deborah Wheeler.
So people might have seen this. I blogged this one yesterday.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
okay.
as a taster. But this is literally a piece of designer paper that the thank you stamped on it, the butterfly and the swirl stamped, and a bit of pergoliners on the butterfly. It's all it needed. Yes.
And then one of our doodle die frames around it. Nice. Then we've got this one.
This is so pretty.
So that's using some other stamps that you may have.
Gardening.
Oh, the gardening one, yes.
That's the plant pot.
Oh, from earlier on.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that is from I think that's from one of the
I wonder if it says on the back. Let's have a look.
I'm having a brain freeze now.
I recognise it as well, but
it's a clarity stamp. I recognise it.
I'm sure somebody will reach out to us. This one's from the
Just Flowers. That's what I was thinking.
Is that where it's from?
I think it is. Yeah.
No, this would be
no, because it's older, isn't it?
This would be pre. Yeah.
Okay.
So lovely one from.
That's
Sam.
your challenge for the afternoon is to find for us where that stamp's from.
So this one's from the lovely Sam.
Got to be, hasn't it?
Yeah. See, I love these little flourishes and stuff like that.
They're great.
Little accents.
They're great. Yeah, really good. And she's fussy cut the little cat to stick him on top, but with a lovely inky stencil background.
Really nice. This one's from the lovely Jane Telford. Love the use of the butterflies in the background on some of our coated cardstock.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Really lovely. So that looks like a resist technique where she stamped it in clear ink and then braided the ink over the top.
And then it lifts off, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we've got another one from Sheila Metzler.
I saw this on Clarity Worldwide yesterday when Sheila shared some of her samples. That's so pretty.
Really nice. And then it's another one. That's intriguing me now where that stamp's come from.
Yeah.
I can't think. I'll have to look afterwards. I recognise it. That's another Sam Crow one, I think, that one.
That's lovely. With this built up part. Wait, let me come back in the centre. Apologies, friends. Yeah, but just with this built up.
Yeah, it's really like nice. Walking through like a field, isn't it?
Almost.
Sort of like a wheat field. And then we'll just show this.
Like Theresa May got done for running through a field of wheat. She said that was the naughtiest thing she'd ever done.
Oh, goodness me. And
moving on.
This one's from Dee Paramore. And she's used the lovely Jane Nesterenko children.
And she's masked this. This is flat.
Oh, yes.
There's no extra piece on here. So Jane's Dee has stamped this and then put the mask in the middle to then brush the ink and the stamps into the background. It's lovely.
Nice. Lovely. Right, so Jane said that stamp we keep talking about is from the Wee Grasses stamp set. Thank you, Jane.
Okay.
So there we go. So if you want...
Brilliant.
Oh, look, hang on.
Have we got it?
Duh.
It's so good that we know our product's called.
I know. I knew it was familiar.
Yeah.
I went and got this.
I knew I'd seen it recently.
So if you want the wee foliage, here you can see the item number for that stamp set is 10217. And it's got, Deborah's actually using it in one of her particular demos.
Well, I'm not using that exact stamp. That would be mildly embarrassing.
Yes. But there we go. So you can see there's that one that everyone's been using. This is I love that there's wee foliage, wee trees, and we've got some other wee stamps on the show as well. So thank you, Jane. That's where that came from. Okay. So that's the thank you. So the item number for that is 11074. If you just want to go for that individually. And then we're going to have a look at joy. I like this one because it could be like joy to the world or just joy for happiness.
Joy for a new baby.
Joy for a new baby.
Anything you want to celebrate,
friend called
actually.
Joy.
Yes.
Do you know anyone called Joy?
Not immediately. No.
I used to.
Did you?
Years ago.
Send her a card to say
Send her a card. And there we go. And so it's the same. You've got the stamp and then you've got the mask
and all the little ones. Yeah, and then the mask. Same principle with the mask, the centre of the O.
And there's a connection between these two sets of stamps. Is that if I come in over on, I'm going to come out on this one. If I come out, It's the carriage in which it sits on.
With
Would
that
you call it a
flourish.
carriage? Yeah.
A flourish.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
flourish, it creates that lovely effect. Also, I don't know why, you could probably do it better on the Joy one. If you masked off the J and the O, it's like a pumpkin carriage, Cinderella.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't it?
You could make a wedding card then with it, couldn't you?
You could.
It's kind of like those, wedding carriages you get.
Yeah. Princess carriage or something like
That's
that.
it.
Yeah. So we're looking at Joy now. Yeah. So that's the connection between these two particular word framers. We've got a piece of artwork here from Dee Paramore.
That's nice. So this is, she's cut the centre
cut it out, hasn't she?
Of there.
Yeah.
So this is one piece, and then this is pieced behind it because she's cut the centre.
So it becomes an aperture.
Yeah.
That's a good idea, isn't
nice
it?
One. I guess you'd need to do that with a blade.
Yes.
Yeah.
I reckon this is a no-name one. I reckon this could be a barb.
It could well be.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to come in really close on
lovely.
this one. Okay, and see if you can spot. Can you? Ooh, there we go. Hang on. It will. Why is it doing that? Hang on. Let me zoom back out again. I don't know. Okay, let's try coming in again. There we go. Can you see in the distance?
Oh, yes.
Tiny little hill. So I think this
Doodles.
is Barb.
That's doodled.
Yeah. And you got the drop shadow on there as well.
And the other great thing is the bird that's been stamped twice in second generation. So it looks like you've got the movement.
Yeah, the fluttering and the hovering.
Yeah.
Yeah, really nice. I like that
Barb.
one. Then we've got one from Sam. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
So you can go from crisp and clean.
Do you want to come out? There we go.
To real. But this is nice. I like this.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
It almost looks like a seawall.
Yes.
Doesn't it?
Yeah. And the joy from the sunshine coming from above.
It's wonderful.
This one here, Andy Duggan, one of Barb's favourite stamps, the Flyaway Boy.
I love the way he comes out of the circle.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Really nice. Then this one here, I don't know who's done this one. A little bit. Oh, we had these stamps on. These were the Meadow Dancers.
Meadow Dance.
Yeah.
And I don't know if the camera's picking. There we go. They're
sparkly embossing powder.
And the baby is from 'Twas the Night Before Christmas set. But what a fantastic new baby card.
Really nice. I like that one.
I might have to try that design.
Elaine Milner has created this.
It's lovely.
One.
Another inky background. We're doing a lot about inky backgrounds today. I love the little birdhouse and the birds on this one.
There we go. And one more to show for possibly no name. So this is using another stencil similar to, I mean, you were using the striped stencils this morning.
I was.
These are, I think these are an abstract
they
stencil.
Are. Yes.
And you can get them in squares, rectangles, various different configurations.
And so this has just been faded into the center rather than masking anything off, because you can just see the edge of it around here. But starting with a darker colour into a lighter colour and just fade out and leave stay away from the centre as you're
brushing the colour in.
Sweeping it in.
With our brushes that are finally back in stock. Yay. Last Friday we had a brush party. Yeah. So we've got these stencil brushes back in stock.
Here's the evidence.
The evidence. And what we did to celebrate the fact, I'm going to come in on, let me do it on this one. I'm going to come in on this one. Item number. We did a special item number for the stencil brushes. 31763, and you get a pack of spot-on sponges for free.
What's not to like?
Absolutely. So $3.99 for your spot-on sponges. I think the stencil brushes are $24.99 plus your Clarity Craft Club discount.
Brilliant.
So yeah, definitely worth stocking up on those. So,
there we go.
Which lovely word are we going to start with?
I thought we'd start with thank you. Let me give you those.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Actually, and these stamps. Sorry, I'm about to get in a complete mess here.
We normally sort of pass it underneath when we're off camera, don't we? So, okay, let's have a look what Debs is going to share with us.
Okay, so this morning I was talking about how you can use smaller images and actually make smaller cards, but step them up to look bigger if you want a more special occasion.
That's right.
Sort of thing, yeah. So this is actually a 5. I saw somebody do this on a blog I follow, so I can't claim originality on this, but it really struck me as a great idea. This is a 5x5 card blank.
Yeah.
And I've put it on a backing sheet of just 5x7 stencil card that just elongates it out.
Oh, so it gives it a completely different look.
Yeah. Do you want to flick to the? Can we flick to the side camera
Flick
and then I can?
side.
There we go. So it opens that way, and then you can
stand it.
There we go.
Like that.
Like so.
Oh, I like that. So maybe
It's
we'll
all right,
come on the overhead. Should we stand it up on the overhead? There we go. So you can see
my writing on the back.
Yeah.
There we go. Let me go that way.
Yeah, I like that.
It.
That's a nice idea. Lovely.
So, should we do it?
Should we do it? Yeah. Okay. Now, you mentioned earlier to me in between the break that you wanted to give something away in this hour.
Oh yeah, I'm going to do. Yeah, I thought we could do a giveaway at the.
Deborah's going to give 2 things away during the course of this hour. We're not going to tell you what you need to do to be in a chance to win it until a little bit later through the hour. And then what we'll do is we'll randomly pick 2 names and we'll get that sent off to them. So if you want to find out what Debs is going to give away, have to stay tuned.
Yeah. Oh, let's hope
Nearly forgot about that.
Let's hope it's worth it.
Do you know what I did the other day in Groovy Tuesday? We was doing Groovy Tuesday and I had a half-finished piece. And I said, if anyone, because I'd come to the end of the project, and Louise was with me, and I said to Louise, what we'll do, we'll give this away to somebody if somebody wants it, and they can finish it off for homework, sort of thing. So we did, we sent it off, and apologies, can't remember who it was, and they actually finished it off and turned it into a card. So it's great.
Brilliant.
So there we go.
We could set that up as a service.
A service, a part done.
There's all the stuff we've got part done in demos. If we send it out to people, they can finish it all off for us.
Absolutely.
There's the thought.
Okay, so where are we going? We're going on the overhead?
We are.
Okay.
I'll put my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing.
Let me find a different piece of colour paper.
Oh, thank you.
Actually,
I did have some in my bag. I forgot to get it out.
There we go. So
okay, now I love an embedder, so
we're starting off with
starting with an embedder. So I've got a 5x5 card blank.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use it tenfold.
Okay.
So I've got the fold at the top.
Yes.
Yeah, so it opens that way.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't really matter for this bit with the embedder, but you just need to be conscious of the orientation once you stamp on it.
Yes.
Okay, so let's centre my embedder on here. I use this size of embedder so much.
And is that from
it's kind of my go-to. It's from the pack, the square.
From the square and the rectangle embedders.
Set. So I stuck it on the front with double-sided tape. I'm going to flip it over, open it up to the inside, make sure it's stuck well down.
Yeah.
Rub it with a whatever this is, tumble dry
sheet.
I still haven't retrieved my ability to speak coherently after this morning. And then I use a bone folder to locate it. I just can't manage. I just don't seem to have the power in my thumb to do it. So I start towards the outside and I slide in.
I'm going to come in on that. We found that side camera works really well this morning.
And I find this curved one, you get them on the internet, they're only like £1.50 or something, is the best for this. Just it's got that little heel on it.
You can see how you've created that edge along there. So
again, out at the side and just push. You'll butt up against the embedder when you get there and then just go up and down.
Okay.
And this just locates it. And I'm turning the paper, not my card, so I don't run the risk of pulling my embedder off the front of my card.
Yeah, okay.
It all sounds good, doesn't it, in theory?
So that's all 4 sides done. So now you're going to crisp up.
I am, with the number 2 Groovy tool, which is the little ball.
Yeah.
And then just need a bit of pressure and just slide down the slide and round the corner.
Round the corner.
Am I in the right place for the camera?
Yeah.
Oh, now if that happens, actually, it's not a problem.
No, it's like a groovy plate, isn't it? There's nowhere for it to go, so it doesn't do anything. It
can't mark anything. It just slides across your paper.
Yeah.
And particularly with having rubbed it with the tumble dryer sheet, it just glides against it.
Yeah.
Oh, I did it again there.
There we go. So that's all 4
That's it.
sides nice and done. So
And then just lift that off, and then I've got that lovely, hang on, where am I here? There we go.
Try back on the overhead, probably get that better.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we
Look
go.
at that. You can see that.
So you can see that, and really nice and sharp.
It is. That's
going
like
over it with the embedder.
professional shop
Yeah.
card, isn't it? I remember back in the day, you could buy sort of like pre-embossed card blanks and stuff like that.
Oh yes, I remember
And
those.
they were so expensive. So if you wanted those embedders, we'll just bring that in just to the side. Item number 31301. And you get that's the square and the rectangle. You get 8 square and 8 round rectangle. You got me at it now. Embedders.
Okay, so now I'm going to stamp my sentiment.
Okay.
On my card front.
So
and I've said this before. I like to line it up on the card.
Yes.
Make sure your stamp's clean and dry.
Yeah.
And then I use these mega mounts.
It looks like a 5x5.
This is a 5x5.
Yeah.
Which is perfect because I've got a 5x5 card blank.
Oh yes, it's sinking in now. Yeah. So you're going to use your mega mount as the positioner.
Yeah.
Against your card blank.
And so I've lined it up with my card blank edges.
Nice.
So then I can go, once it's inked, I can go straight back down. Now these bigger stamps, I find you need a bit more of a juicy ink pad.
Ink pad, yeah.
So I'm using the VersaFine Claire.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if we still got it in stock.
We're currently out of stock on that, but yeah.
It's it takes a bit longer to dry. Than the
it's a different chemical makeup, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's an advantage to that. It gives you a bit longer to dither over where you're putting it. But you can get a more juicy image. If you've got a new archival ink, you'll be fine with it.
Yeah.
I just find for this sort of stamp, I prefer that one. And as with all of this stuff, it's trial and error and find out what works for you.
Yeah. And at home, you'll have your own ink pads and stuff like that. One of our lovely friends messaged me the other day. She was having problems stamping. And she sent me a picture of what she'd done. Made that same suggestion because it was a full surface stamp. It was the lovely meadow dances or the stags. And so suggested, she realised herself that she thinks she needed a new ink pad.
Right.
And that's where, as you're saying here, like the VersaClear or the VersaFine, because they are a little bit more wetter and a little bit more juicier and slow drying, then, yeah, I mean, look at that.
I've got a smudge.
Beautiful and crisp.
Never mind, we won't talk about that.
There's no smudge.
And I've got a little bit of a gap there.
Okay.
I'm probably being, I don't know if you can just see that on screen.
About see it.
But that's okay if you get that. It's in with your trusty micron pen.
These micron pens are so handy. You showed us a really good tip during the 10 o'clock show.
And lose that. Yeah.
So,
okay. So that's the basis of my card.
Okay.
So the next is to sort out the backing and the designer paper.
Yeah.
So I have here a 5x7 piece.
Oh, one of our petite toppers. Or is that paper?
No, it's paper. It's stencil card. So it's a piece of 5x7 stencil card.
Right. Yeah.
That I cut. So one of the 7x7 pieces, and I just cut it off at 5 inches, right?
Yeah.
So I know it's the same height as this card.
Of course.
But it's wider.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I cut a 5x7 piece of the Antarctica paper.
Okay.
Okay. But I want some of that paper on the front of my card.
Oh, I see.
Yeah?
Yes.
So before I stuck it down, back to my nested square dies. I've got a bit of a thing going on with those
but
today.
that was a good tip during the 10 o'clock show.
So I've cut out a frame for my card from the centre of here.
Okay.
Yeah, so you do it all out of the one piece of paper. And then you know all your colours match and blend.
Yes.
Which is the advantage.
And you're only going to cover that bit up in the middle anyway.
Exactly. You're not going to see it, so might as well make use of it.
Yeah, definitely.
So I've cut a frame for here. And then on this, that's glued on the stencil card now.
Okay.
And then on here, I've stamped. You don't need to stamp it brilliantly.
Yeah.
I wanted the O.
Oh.
Because I want the middle out of this bit.
Oh, I see.
Okay, Ho ho.
Dear, it's Friday afternoon. It normally tends to go wrong on a Friday afternoon.
So I'm gonna cut this centre out.
Okay. So do you want me to do a recap, or do you want us to watch you cut out?
No,
or
go on, do a recap. Don't watch me.
No. I wasn't sure whether there was a sort of whether there was a way you was cutting it, or you wanted to share with us.
Because I've cut it on this middle bit.
Yeah.
I'm going in from the bottom.
Okay.
To the edge.
Yeah.
I'm right-handed, so I'm going to come left.
Okay.
Because that way I can still see the edge of this.
Line. Yeah.
It doesn't matter if I go slightly over the line onto the black stamp.
Right.
Because that will sit here on my card and will blend in.
Yes.
But I don't want to be inside it because I don't want a white gap.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I was left-handed, if this was Barb, she'd go the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're cutting just on the
line,
the black line.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So whilst Debs is doing a lovely little bit of fussy cutting, let's have a look at that product shot on the side of the screen there for you. These stamps, there's more in the collection of the word framers, and Deborah is going to be bringing to a pair of them each month, probably the 2 o'clock show of every month. And Debs has already been down in the stamp room looking at shelves full of stamps on what other stamps she's going to use during the 10 o'clock show. So we thought we'd bring you these two first, the Joy and the Thank You. They come with their masks. You've got all those tiny little elements on there. So the item number for this is 12115. You have a £2 saving, which means they are £29.98 for the duo. Now, they are available individually if you want them. So maybe, check out the website. Just search for word framer stamps and you'll see the other ones if you don't want to wait until next month. You've got that £2 saving, bringing it down to £29.98. Now, there's one other thing I wanted to mention. Deb shared with us this, where's it gone? Hang on, let me find. On the side of your screen, you've got a clean and tidy layout A5 square stamp and mask duo. These have been really popular with our friends between the shows. Because I'd completely forgotten about these. These are like easy layout stamps, but with a difference because you've got the outline and you've also got the infill as well. So it's like a big backdrop stamp that will give you the white negative line. You've got a £10 saving on these, but it brings it down to £21.98. And then, can we go back? Are we okay to go to the front camera?
Yeah.
Because I just wanted to share one thing. Mini makes. At the beginning of the year, new idea, Barb decided to create a new Facebook page, which is the Clarity Crafts Mini Makes and ATC page. In a way, it was to give people sort of kickstart their mojo, ideas and inspiration. And we have Clarity Worldwide and we have Groovy Worldwide.
Yes.
And so if you didn't know, it was sort of like some of our friends are in both of them, some are just Groovy.
Yeah.
And in the Groovy side, there was a PTC, which was like a parchment trading card swap run by Jane. And then on the Clarity one, there was one run by Elizabeth.
Yeah.
And then what Barb decided, wouldn't it be great to bring all that into one place? So that's what that area is all about. It's all about the mini makes. If you want to partake in the ATC and the PTC swaps, I believe today's the last day.
But I think it's closed already. It closed at lunchtime.
Right, okay. But you can go on the list for the following month as well. But what we did, we've sourced these fantastic mini make folders, okay. I really can't keep these in stock. The supply, we started off with, what colours did we go? We had blue,
pink and black.
Blue, pink and black were the first three colours, okay. I cleared him out of the stock of those. And then we went for the green, okay. And this is the last, he's not expecting a delivery until mid to the end of March, okay.
Okay.
And then I said, what other colours have we got left? So he said, well, I've got yellow and I've got red. Okay, so okay, we'll have the yellow. So I've cleared him out of his green, as well as the black and the blue and the pink, and I've now cleared him out of the yellow and the red. Okay, so if you're interested in those, these are great for your little PTC and ATC swaps. We'll just have a look at one just on the overhead if we may.
Yes, let me clear this lot out.
These are great. So if we go here, okay. Then you can see it's open, and you've got these 4. Let me zoom out a little. You've got 4 pockets to keep your artwork in
on each side.
On each
Yeah.
side. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's really great, so you can use it to collect your PTCs, excuse me, your ATC, or maybe just your little bits of mini makes.
Yeah, I noticed Barb had got her the mini groovy plates.
Yes.
She got them stored in hers.
You mean this one here that Barb leaves here?
One.
So you can see here, these were the, oh yes, when we launched these, the personalised groovy plates.
Yeah.
So you got those in there. You got the little mini makes groovy plates. Look, some of Barb's personalised ones. So yeah, great little storage as well.
But it's lovely having it. I've been in the ATC, Artist Trading Card Swap, for quite some time now. And it's lovely to have them all in an album that you can just flick through and look at them.
Yeah.
Because it's memories, just so nice to send stuff and swap with people and kind of get to know a bit more about people in the.
So we've got the yellow, which is item number 31767.
And March's colour is yellow, so.
Daffodils. Yeah, there we go. And then we have the red, which is 31766. And then we have the green, which is 31758. So yeah, I know the guy, when I spoke to him, I said, "What have you got left?" I said, "I need some more." And he went, "Well, I've got this and I've got this." I said, "But that is it then. I've literally cleared them out of this particular product until then." So, and I put them live on the website before saying anything. And you know what? Our friends at home
spot them already. Yeah. Oh, people don't hang about.
No.
Right.
Okay. Sorry.
Back to this.
There we go.
Bit of an interlude. And just to say, we're going to look at ATCs later.
We are indeed.
Yeah. So I've cut my O out of the centre of my paper. Okay, I'm done with this now.
Okay.
But, you know, you can use this for other bits and pieces and stamping on. Don't chuck it away. It's, you know, you might not want the bit you've stamped on, but certainly there's a useful strip at the top there. So here's my little O.
Okay.
I'm going to stamp on this first before I then attach it to my card. There we go. I couldn't see my mount to start with. So I just created on this one just a little scene. I put the little flourish in with the bird on top and the cat sitting below.
Aww.
I always think those cats look so hopeful.
A little bit pouncing. No.
Yeah. Triumph of hope over reality.
Yeah.
Like there's no way that bird's hanging about. And the reason for doing this is so I can stamp off the edge of the O.
Of course, because the stamp is actually bigger than the oval or the little O.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if I was to come in with the whole stamp, I'd be this, you know, I'm not sure where my bird would go. Probably sit on the cat's head. So I shouldn't make myself laugh like this. Right, let's come back here, I reckon.
There we go. So
I'm stamping these in archival, but either the archival or the VersaFine would work. And
the mount that you was using for the large framer stamps, that was the 5x5 mega mount.
It was,
wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, and now I'm using one of the clarity mounts.
Yeah.
I use these sideways. I know Barb uses them this way because that works for her. Again, it's about playing with stuff and finding out what works for you. I use them sideways because I can hold the side of the mount.
Yeah.
But I love these because you can see right through them to see exactly where you're going. So let me sit my bird on my flourish.
Nice. See, it is that little scene within a scene, isn't it, already?
And using the designer paper, actually, your scene's built for you. If you choose the right paper.
Yeah.
This one's got, you know, like the colour here and then the blue. So this looks like the ground for the cat.
Yeah. And I suppose you can always intensify it by just adding a little bit of an ink pad with a spot-on sponge if you wanted to.
You could. Or if you want shading, then go in with a
brush,
grey polychromo.
Pencils, yeah.
I do that quite a lot, right. Right, the trick on this, there is a trick with this because this O is not completely straight.
Yes.
So if I was to have it straight up, say like that, you can see there's a gap.
You've got that gap, yeah.
And then if I stamp my cat like that, by the time I come over here, he's looking slightly lopsided.
Downhill, yes.
So I want to make sure that I've got this
in
the right orientation, which is that. So let's just slide that across like that.
Oh, that was a good way of doing that.
I know, it just came to me. Divine inspiration.
As if by magic.
Okay. We'll sit him right down coming off here.
Okay.
He's a bit closer to the bird this time than on the first one. His luck might be in. Oh, look, no. He's not come out properly.
Because you were talking, Deborah.
I know. I wasn't paying attention. I might be.
Don't go over it.
Do you not think
get over it, as Barb would
Actually,
say.
it's okay.
He's got a tabby.
I was going to say his mum had an encounter with a tabby cat.
You could always go for Sharpie, couldn't you, for
you
the
could.
larger area, or the Pergacolor pens. You could do it.
Yes, they work. Right. I'm just going to pop a bit of tape on the back of here.
Okay.
You can use wet glue for this if you find it easier. Gives you a bit of. Sometimes you just want the wiggle room.
A little bit of slide ability. If you want the tape runners, for one of them, the item number is 31065. Alternatively, we have pack of 4, 31146.
Right,
there is 30 meters on each one, which is 98 feet.
There we go.
Nice. That's lovely.
So that's my scene. Actually, you could stop there.
You could, yeah.
If you just want a plain card, you could stop there.
Yeah.
But what I've simply done with this one, so out of this backing sheet that I made, I used 2 nested square dies
to create a frame.
To create a frame.
Yeah.
And the great thing about the nested dies is I put them on here to work out which size I needed.
Oh, of course.
For the inner one, and then went up one to give me
the frame.
The next frame. So that will sit there nicely, which does actually lift it a level.
It does it, yeah. So again, you could stop at that point.
Could stop there if you wanted.
And that little frame then brings the center of the O into it.
It does, pulls it together. And you might think, well, what was the point of embedding if you're going to put a frame around it? But actually, the embedder sits just inside the frame.
Yeah. Do you want me to come in a little? Should I come in a little?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just about catch it.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go. Just sit there. There.
So it just puts a little extra dimension. It's subtle. It's really subtle. But that is my middle name. And then all you need to do is tape on the back of your card blank.
Yeah. Onto there
and pop it onto there. I'll do that, and because I can add the frame after.
Okay.
Sometimes it's easier to put the frame on once you've got this aligned.
Okay.
So this is just the same as sticking a topper on.
Yeah.
But it's actually a card blank.
Card. Yeah, I really like that. It's that little bit, and you could do it so that it side opens as well. That would be rather nice.
Yeah, I'm not sure how it would. Yeah, it probably would stand up all right.
Yeah, I reckon.
So it's just a case of lining it up by eye. So this card blank is exactly the same size as my backing mount.
So if you're after some 5x5 card blanks, the item numbers for those is 31670. And that is for a pack of 10 white card blanks and 10 envelopes.
The great thing about the tape is you do get a bit of wiggle room as long as you don't press it down.
Yes.
You just sit on it. There we go. That looks about right.
Nice, I like that.
See, and that opens there like that. And for this one, I'd then just simply popped a couple of flourishes inside.
On the inside.
I don't normally decorate the inside of my cards. I don't know why, I just don't.
But that would also be lovely on an envelope, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
A little finishing touch to the envelope.
Bring it in so the envelope matches.
Matches. Really, really beautiful.
But really easy. And actually makes the best use of that piece of designer paper as well.
Yeah, and I mean, for me, I would use Perga glue because it's a wet glue.
Yes,
just to
I'd use wet glue for this. Yeah,
but I suppose it depends how wide your frame is because this one's a little wider than that one. So that would probably be the same width as the tape runner.
Yeah.
So nice.
But yeah, wet glue works. So that's it. Nice and simple.
Lovely. So, what is going to be the magic word for our giveaway?
I thought the magic word could be ATC.
ATC.
Yeah,
okay.
Does that work for people?
Yeah. So our friends at home, if you're gonna, can we see what?
Yes.
Or should we keep it a
secret?
Well,
I could do that next.
We can do it next because believe it or not, it's 22.
You talk too much. I said that to you before. I'm grateful you talk. It means I don't have to.
Okay. So all you need to do in the comments, you just need to put the word ATC, and then towards the end of the hour, what we'll do is we'll randomly choose 2 people that put ATC. And you will,
across YouTube and Facebook. We'll pick up
absolutely.
Both platforms.
Yep, Gracie can do that for us. Well, I can do it because it comes through all on the same thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, because the software that we use combines both of them.
Excellent.
So yeah, so then what we'll do towards the end of the hour, we will choose 2 people to receive a lovely little ATC and Notelet card from Deborah.
And if you don't want them, just don't put it in there. It's not compulsory.
You don't have to put the word ATC, do you?
No.
So, but you've got to be in it to win it.
As long as some people might be putting no thanks.
NTC.
Yeah.
No thanks card. Right, let's have a look at the pack shot while lovely Deborah grabs her bits and pieces, so to speak. So Deborah was using the thank you. If you would like that stamp set on its own, the item number for that is 11074. That is an A5 square stamp and mask set. If you want joy on its own, then the item number for that is 11075. However, if you can't decide and you would like both of them, then the item number for that is 12115. It's got a £2 saving, bringing it down to £29.98. If you belong to one of our clubs, you will get an additional £2 off. No, you'll ignore that. That was the £2 on the screen. Brings it down to £26.98. That's another £3. If you belong to 2 of our clubs, you'll get 12.5% off, and that brings it down to £26.23. However, if you are a Diamond Club member, that brings it down. You get 15% discount, £25.48. Bargain.
That's pretty good, isn't it?
It's very good.
It is good.
Yes.
It is good.
So is this what you're going to give away?
Yeah. Do you want to pop it on the other?
Should we show them?
Yeah, go on. Why not? Maybe we shouldn't.
Do you want to put that on a bit of cream paper?
Yes, boss.
It's on the white card blank. There we go. I'll assist.
That's very kind. Thank you.
There we go. They look lovely on that colour.
Oh.
Right, should we share?
That's all right. Go on then. Do it.
Right.
Do it.
Make sure we're on that one. That one. There we go. So what do we have here, Deborah?
So we've got 2 artist trading cards here.
Okay.
So artist trading cards, if you don't know, are small pieces of card, 3.5 inches by 2.5 inches.
Yeah.
I've made both these landscape. They don't have to be. You can make the images on them portrait.
Yeah.
There's no rules about that. But they people traditionally swap them or use them. Well, trading cards.
They're like they're like business cards.
Yeah.
Type
yeah.
things.
Like this is the sort of thing I make. They're like they are literally mini makes.
Yeah.
And so the swap groups have really taken off since Clarity Mini Makes
have been brought together
and started. It's really energized it. So I thought it might be nice to look at some of the stamps and how they can be used on
definitely.
ATCs.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've got a terrible tickle in my throat.
It's warm in here, isn't it?
It
happens in the afternoon. Should I open the window?
Dry.
Okay. Let's have a look at what you're going to show. I'll open the window.
I've actually used half a piece of 7x7 stencil card, and I've got all these 4 toppers from it. And I've used the some of the wee and miniature stamps and the grunge elements from before. So it's just to say there's no rules about what you make. You make it to your own style.
Yes.
In the swap, we have themes and colours.
Okay.
So I'm not sure what it is for the parchment. Well, I know it's yellow for March.
Right.
The artist trading card is something for her, I think.
Jane told me what the groovy one was. Let me find. She told me March for the groovy or the PTC one. March is spring and yellow.
Okay.
So there we go.
So the ATC artist trading card is something for her and yellow. I guess because it's Mother's Day in March as well. Anyway,
so if you want to find more information on that, if you go to the Clarity Crafts Mini Makes and ATC page and ask in there, then the lovely Jane and Elizabeth will be there to help you.
And the place to look, if you look along the top tab
Right.
At the top of the
Facebook.
discussion bit,
Yeah.
at the top of the page, you'll see there's a tab that says featured.
Right.
If you look there, that's where the main posts about the ATC saying what they are and where you sign up, that's where they're pinned.
See, I get Jane tells me. Everyone needs a Jane.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
So, and Barb was talking about inky mop-ups, and I like an inky mop-up. And I've got a whole folder of them, and I'm desperately trying to reduce the size of my folder. So these 4 used half a piece of 7x7, and this is the other half. I'm going to put it on there so we can see it. So I literally chopped it down.
Yeah.
It's 7x7, so half of that is 3.5.
Which an ATC has to be
3.5.
2.5. Yeah, 3.5 by 2.5.
2.5.
Yeah.
So I'm going to chop this down.
Yeah.
Into 2.5, 2.5, and then the bit I had left at the bottom, I chopped into 2 squares. I had a tiny bit left over to make toppers for these 4x4 cards.
Nice.
And then I've used a variety of the wee stamps.
Yeah, that's really good.
On them.
So, for those of you that are new to Deborah Wheeler, Deborah doesn't throw anything away. Deborah takes her low tack tape and she uses it again and again until it's so inky that you have to dispose of it.
I do treat myself to new pieces when I'm doing the embedders. I was saying this to folk at the open days because actually you want it to stick properly.
And you want it to be clean as well. So,
yeah.
Okay.
But yeah.
Right. So where are we going?
Pay good money for it all. I mean.
Yeah. No. Absolutely. I understand.
Okay. Right. Let me just push those out of the way. I've borrowed Paul's trusty little trimmer, having left mine at home. So this is already 3.5 wide.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to go 2.5. I don't usually use one of these. I use the slidey.
The slidey one.
That might have moved
slightly. I can never get a straight line with a slidey one.
It's funny, isn't it? But what works for folk.
Yeah.
So that's 2 at.
From there.
2.5.
Perfect.
And then, here it is. It's gone underneath. I've got another bit. What size is that? That's about
2 inches.
2 inches.
Yeah.
So I'm going to chop it. No, that's not going to give me a square.
3.5, isn't it?
It's 3.5. So what do I want it at?
1 3/4. Is it 1 3/4?
Yeah. Yeah, that looks about right.
I could do that one.
Oh,
see what happens. It might not be right.
Okay, so I'm going to chop it again. So it is 1 3/4. This moved actually. How do you get it not to move?
So a tip then.
It's gone wonky.
So that's right. So what you're going to do, you go in there like so. Okay. So you're pushing up against there and you hold here. But what you're doing is you're pulling the blade towards you.
Got you.
So you just literally come down.
Okay.
Because you're pulling it towards your body.
Yes.
So
that's obviously why I don't get on with them so well. Which is my straight edge. Who knows anymore?
Anyway,
this will give you the idea.
This is a bit of scrap.
This is a tiny bit of scrap, and I'm not going to lose sleep over it. So actually, I've got these 2 bits left.
Yeah.
They can go in the bin.
Deborah Wheeler.
I know.
Okay.
I'll be all right. I'll get over it. Okay. So now I've got 2 ATCs and a couple of slightly wonky toppers.
That's all right. That works.
In the name of art.
Absolutely.
Which I then turned into those.
Your PTCs.
So shall we talk through how I
of course
did them?
Can. Yeah.
It's really quick and easy. I tend not to spend too much time thinking about it.
Right. Okay.
They're small and they're mini. And it's so. This one is the grunge elements, which Barbara had on her show.
She did
a while back.
Yeah, we had those lovely grunge element stamps. So this is from this one. This is the happy grunge element, and you've got all these different little elements on there. I like this one here, which Deborah's just about to use. You've got that one there. Happy. The item number for that is 11103. But these are great for sort of like partial art, aren't they? Yeah,
definitely. Okay. Definitely. You don't have to stamp on the full thing. So here I've stamped it off to the side.
come in a little.
But I've used a paler one. So I've used shadow grey archival because I just kind of want it sitting in the background.
In the background,
There are some lovely greys in the archival. Watering can
yes.
is a nice dark grey.
Okay.
That can be softer than black. I often use that for sentiments.
Yeah.
If I think black looks too hard, especially if I've used pastel colours on a card.
Yeah.
Watering can's quite nice for the sentiment. Shadow grey is a paler grey again.
Okay.
But it's really good for backgrounds.
I mean, if you're unsure about sort of the archival ink pads, when you go to that show page on the claritycrafts.com website, the Clarity TV, we've recently got back into stock.
Yeah.
Lots of the lovely mini archivals. So what it does, if you're not sure about, oh, I don't want to buy a big ink pad, you got a lovely selection of 4 different colours in each one. So you've got your archivals. These were new to us this year. You've got the Dilutions ones as well. So check out that page and you'll see what we have available for you.
Okay. So I'm just stamp that off the edge.
Yeah.
There we go. Nice.
And it's nice because it is that artiness, isn't it? And
yeah. And you know what it made me think of with the cats? You know how cats love climbing trees and that? My son and his partner, they've got 2 cats and they've got a climbing frame thing and they love it. Coming down, and this little cat is heading its way down
for that. Yeah.
So these are the wee cats.
Okay, so the item number for that is 11452, and you've got them sitting in all different playful or sleepy positions. I love this one, little paw print,
and the paw prints
as well. So we do so many different wee stamps. You've got wee folk, you've got wee cats, wee dogs, wee birds, wee butterflies. So check out the website. Yeah.
Houses.
Wee houses, wee shops.
Village.
Yeah. Maybe we need to go back and revisit some of those.
Yeah, that would be good.
Because they're perfect for your mini makes.
Okay, let's bung a couple of cats on here.
That technical term.
Yeah.
Bung.
Yeah. That's actually my preferred stamping style.
We've had so many people wanting to win.
Oh my goodness.
Your 2 pieces of artwork.
Right, 1 cat.
1 cat. Have you got a cat?
Yeah, I've got 2 cats.
You've got 2 cats. And what are they called?
Tom and Benji.
I was going to say Jerry. Tom and Jerry.
Tom, because he looked like Tom Kitten from Beatrix Potter. He's a tabby and white.
Yeah.
And so Benji, who came second, is a tabby, but was called Benjamin because that's Tom Kitten's cousin.
Oh, I see.
Oh, don't just give him any old name. My son's cats are called Nova and Void. Nova is white.
Right.
And Void is black.
Right. Okay.
But after Gaines' characters.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. And is that the son that's just had the baby?
Yes.
Not just 2 months now.
Oh, 2 months old.
It's those little bits, isn't it?
That's all you need.
Yeah.
I did put on this one, I shaded a bit under with the pergoliners, but I thought it looked a bit empty at this point, even for me.
Yeah.
And I like lots of white space. I leave it. It's nice though.
Yeah.
So,
I suppose it depends on the inky mop-up piece that you're working on.
Yeah, this is quite a solid colour. I clearly had got a lot of ink on my pad, on my mat.
Yeah.
For that one. Yeah, and that's the nice thing about the inky mop-ups. They're all a bit unpredictable, so you get what you get.
Yeah. Go with the flow.
Yeah. So let's just bung a few happies in.
Never have too many happies, could you?
And I'm doing this in the shadow grey again, so it's pushed back into the background. Yeah. But you don't have to use the whole word.
No.
I can't believe I'm doing this. This is clean and tidy.
It is though, isn't it?
But that's it.
It is. It's the stamps that make it look really arty and inky and adds to it.
And that's just and then I just edge it with the Sharpie.
The Sharpie.
And then the other thing, of course, is that we've got the artist trading card stamps that go on the back, so you can put in the details.
Those details on the screen there. So you've got the stamps that gives you your details, as Deb said. You've also got the little cello bags, and you get 50 pieces of the 2.5 by 3.5 cardstock as well. So the item number for that is 10649, and that's £11.99 plus your club discount.
So that's my cats.
That's your cats. Okay.
That was that.
Right, so one
clearly
person...
can't use that in this month's swap now. In the March swap, when I know who my partner is, I'll have to make a new one.
Well, you're going to give these away, aren't you?
I am.
So there you go.
Right, so for this second one with the butterflies, this is a bit more, there's a bit more ink on this one, but it was a bit more speckled than that, so I've left more of it open.
Yeah.
Free. So I went to the Wee Foliage.
Okay, so we've got those on the show. So the item number for the Wee Foliage is 10217. And don't forget, if you go onto the website and you download Deborah's demos, all the item numbers are on there. Oh, look, those roses look very familiar, don't they?
I've seen them somewhere before.
Seen them somewhere before. Lovely sort of set. Whoops, sorry, a set of stamps there.
This is getting like home, and I'll be working in 2 square centimetres.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so for this one, there's green on the base here and yellow at the top. So I thought, okay, foliage, that one I just used grey and black against the yellow, which is nice.
Yeah.
But this one, I thought, okay, let's put a bit of colour, a bit more colour in.
Yeah.
So I've used, I went with the fern green archival.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Bigger pad.
Foliage.
Yeah. One stamp. This is one stamp to create that, because I've just repeat stamped it across.
Of course, and because you're stamping off, you get the different heights, don't you?
Yes. So there's the first one, which is taller.
Yeah.
Ink it up again, just drop it down a bit.
Yeah.
And to the right.
These wee stamps, so all the various different configurations, they're so useful.
And then drop it down again for the third one. And then it actually looks like a clump of grasses rather than a regimented, same ones.
Harvested field.
Yes, yeah. And then the butterflies. So there's 2 sizes of butterfly here, and that's because I used both sets.
Okay, so you use the wee butterflies, which the item number is these cats are getting in the way. 11616. So you've got the larger wee butterflies here.
Yeah.
And then you've also used the wee butterflies and birds, haven't you?
I have.
So you can
which
see
I shall
here
find in a minute.
the different sizes. So we do wee birds, but these are what we call our wee or our miniatures.
Miniatures.
And this is the 11618.
The great thing about these is they are the same images in 2 sizes.
Yeah.
So this one's goes with 2 sets of the wee ones.
Yes.
So it's got the birds on as well as the butterflies.
Yeah.
But they're so you can match them together.
Yeah, definitely.
Which was what I did on this.
Right. Okay. I believe Gracie has just let me know that.
Oh gosh, it's 3 o'clock.
The lovely Maggie Craner is in the room.
Oh,
Good afternoon, Maggie.
Wonderful.
Hope you're doing well. Lovely to see that you're joining in. So keeping out of trouble. Yes. Hello.
I put my bear with me a minute. I put my archivals away from this morning.
Oh, Deborah.
I know. I was tidying up.
She was trying to get so organised. She just wants this show's finished, out the door, on the road.
Stop it. Can you just talk among yourselves for a minute?
I am talking. Well, you're off camera. I'm just talking to the camera. Have a look at the website because she's coming back now. Can't talk about her anymore. Those mini archivals, definitely check them out. I know we showcased them. I said Barbara showcased them towards the end of last year, and they went mad. Absolutely did. And it took a while for us to get them back into stock because they come all the way over from the States. And many of you have been taking advantage of those as well. I think one of the dilutions was already sold out.
Wow.
I think that some of the tins may have sold out already.
Yeah, the tins are great.
So
when we get those back in stock, because they take 3 sets.
They do indeed.
Of the minis.
So, okay.
Okay, so I've got, what have I got here? I've got a wee butterfly.
You've got a wee butterfly.
Which is the larger one.
And you're using violet, and that's that little mini archival set, the Wendy Vecchi 50445.
So that's that one.
Nice.
One thing I didn't say this morning about using the archivals. So they stain your stamps.
Yes.
which we know.
Uh-huh.
However, when I use colour ones, because I'll probably want to use a different colour next time.
Right.
It doesn't matter if you're just using black and use black all the time. But if I want to change colour, I need to clean this with some isopropyl alcohol to get the colour off.
Right.
Even if it looks dry, when you put a different archival colour on, it will reactivate the colour that's already there.
Right. Okay.
And you'll get
interesting.
You'll get more than a tinge. You get interesting combinations. Ask me how I know.
How do you know? Okay.
Been there, done that. Got the card in the
colour.
bin.
Oh dear.
Okay, so we'll switch to exactly the same butterfly, but in the miniature set.
Yep. So the item number for that, the birds and the butterflies, I could say birds and the bees. The birds and the butterflies is item number 11618. There we go.
And just set him at jaunty angle. Done.
Nice.
Where's my lid gone?
It's so, just the little details, isn't it? Just doing little things like that. All of a sudden, you've got that instant piece of artwork.
Yeah. So two things. Micron pen.
Yeah.
Just to colour the body.
Okay.
So literally outline, and then just shade it in. Easy peasy.
Nice. Okay. That really makes a difference, doesn't it? Yeah, I wouldn't have thought about that.
And then the same on the little one.
I would have tried to have been clever and just tried to stamp the wings with the little ink pads and try and miss out the bottom.
And then I just added a sentiment from the Retro Sentiments. This is one of my favourite sets. The Retro Sentiments set. Bijou Retro
Sentiments. Sorry, I was looking blankly.
Sorry,
I'm thinking,
I use these all the time.
Right. Oh, they're
So
nice.
I've just added It's Your Day from there, here in the green.
In the thing.
And that's it, it's done.
And that will be all this information of all the different bits that Deborah's used will be on those downloads.
Yes.
So you can go there, you can find them. So I'm just going to come back to pan out a little bit. So you can see here, you've got the download. So what was used, and then ATC 1 and ATC 2, a list of ingredients there. Okay.
So, and then for my little note cards that are going with them, which was these other little off-cut bits.
Yeah.
Waste not, want not. I just stamped one of the other wee
foliage.
But to get the two colours on it, I actually did the colours on the stamp. So you have to be a bit quick. You can't hang about too much when you're doing this, but it's possible. Yeah. The trick is to start with your ink pad, and if you angle it, I don't know if I'm going to be able to show this on camera. Hang on, where am I? Right. You can see where the edge of your ink pad is, and therefore where you want to land. So I'm
just on
inking
the foliage,
the stem, and trying to miss the flowers.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if you go over a bit because they'll blend. And then I'm taking my red one, and I'm coming in from the top and just inking up the flowers.
Okay.
And then find the corner and literally just plant it down.
That's right. So that is, it looks like more like a daisy, but I think the colours you've used, it could be a poppy or something like that.
It looks like a gerbera, I thought.
Yes. Yeah, could be a gerbera or a daisy.
There we go. In fact, I picked up a different one than I used before. Oh yeah, I used that top one before. That's a different.
Oh yeah, because you've got the different flowers on there, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Lovely. Goodness.
That's it. And then, so this is simply a 4x4 card with an embedder on the front, and then I just
famous embedder.
Of course.
That's real, but it is that little finishing
and that's
touch,
all you
isn't
need.
it? Yeah. If you just wanted to send a little note to someone, this is
perfect.
Great for
You've got,
that, isn't
but
it?
we've all got little offcuts of designer paper.
Yeah.
You know, tiny little scraps.
Yeah.
They're fantastic for making little note cards
and the
with
little
just a bit of a stamp
4x4
on.
card blanks with the envelopes, 31685 are perfect for that.
Yeah.
So, Debs, I reckon we need to choose 2 names.
Yeah, and can I just show the third card, because I'll blog it over the weekend.
Yeah.
And then we'll pick 2 names if that's all right. Sorry, friends, you're probably gasping for a cup of tea.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Let me turn that over.
So let's have a look at those details of those framers. Bring that up on the screen for you there. Item number 12115. £29.98, and you get both of those stamp sets.
So I have to do a shout out to Sonia Goodliff, because this is Sonia's original card that was the inspiration for this. Let me get rid of that paper from underneath, and we can see it cleanly. So this is Sonia's design team card,
right? Okay.
Which I just thought was brilliant.
Yeah, it's lovely.
So lovely, and with the leaves round. So actually, this is what I've done as my version, which is literally stamping on an inky background.
Yeah.
Masking it off around the outside. I used the South Downs mask from the new landscape set.
Oh yes.
Just to, with a bit of the blue archival, just to create my landscape. The flower is in the set.
Oh yes, I've just noticed that. Yeah, there we go.
That's it. Here we go. So the flower is here that I just stamped in there, and then the miniature butterfly.
Yeah.
Which I used the prickly pear. It's like a limey colour.
Oh right. Okay.
Just to put a pop of contrast in. And this is the leafy. This
I love that.
And I've just gone all around the edge. Sonia did that across the bottom, and then went in at the top with these twigs and a bit of glitter.
Oh yeah.
So hers looks much more watery.
I mean, that's a stencil. It's a stencil. I think that is.
Oh yes, it's the twiggy frame.
Twiggy frame stencil. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's lovely.
Yeah. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Great for Christmas card.
Love the colour. So if you, that's really nice.
But I just took the leafy frame all the way around. So I will blog this one over the weekend.
Okie doke, super. And don't forget, you also have the download as well. So you can print off the download of all the ingredients that you've used as well.
Yeah.
So you've got it coming from you two different directions as well. Because obviously time is always against us. Right. So what we're going to do, I'm going to go through the list. Just scroll back up a little bit. Right, there we go. Right, I'm not going to look.
Okay.
Okay, you can look, but stop. Right, so the first one is Jackie Manning. There we go. So Jackie Manning.
Jackie.
Is going to win the first one. Okay, which one are you going to send to Jackie? Or will it be a surprise?
It will be a surprise.
Let's make it a surprise.
It's going to be a surprise.
Okay, and then make sure I'm back in the right place. And the next one. Stop. There is Denise Roberts.
Brilliant.
So congratulations to you both. I'm sure we have your details on our system. I do recognise those names as our friends and customers. So what we'll do, hopefully we'll get that in the post out to you today. And
lovely.
Yes.
Wonderful. Thank you, ladies.
Super duper.
Thanks everybody for watching.
Yeah, it's been a great another hour. Yeah, absolutely.
Just flies. It just flies.
So right now we're Friday, last day of the month. Oh, Sunday. First Sunday of the month.
Double groovy.
Yes, I will be joined by the lovely Louise Golden. New year, new idea. Okay, we've got some new groovy plates and something really new and exciting that Barbara sort of alluded to earlier in the year. And all I'm going to say is 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now, Barb said over the course of the weekend, possibly tomorrow or Sunday morning, she will be doing a blog to explain it in a little bit more detail. But otherwise, I will be here at 3 o'clock with the lovely Louise, telling you all about it. And I'm so excited. It's really, really good. And
he is excited. I can feel it. He's fizzing.
So that'll be on Sunday. And then depending on whether Mr. Dave's still in hospital.
He's doing well though.
He's doing well. Yep. So Barb blogged about that this morning. Barb's currently at the hospital visiting as well, making sure he's behaving and not chasing the nurses round. So there'll possibly be a shack at 10 o'clock on Tuesday, but I'll give you more of an update on Sunday during the 3 till 5 if Barb hasn't already updated everyone else. So thank you very much to the lovely Gracie for helping out, keeping us informed in what's going on. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a safe trip back. You're back with us. I can't remember what
a month's time, 28th of March, 4 weeks time.
Is it? Oh, really? 28th of March. Okay. So, and yes, we're going to have a look at what Deborah's going to be doing now. So thank you for your company. Thank you, as always, Deborah.
And you. Thank
for
you,
your
Paul.
joy and inspiration.
Keep the show on the road.
So, and I will see you all on Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your day and your weekend. Take care now.